Um, well, first of all, it's just about people, you know, uh, getting to whether it's a board game or my favorite or role playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. You're just uh, fellowship. It's the most important thing. Our connection to other people is what separates us from every other animal on planet Earth and has made us the species that has evolved to this point. Is our uh, what we get off of connecting with other people, sharing and laughs and everything else. This is uh, that's it. People.
Tabletop gaming was always it's always been there for me. In that when I started playing tabletop gaming, I couldn't tell you the year. I could, look through some things that I have that I was like, oh, it was back at this point. Um, but as far as tabletop gaming, the love of it is, um, I was like most people. You're shy, you're introverted, and it was that one place that you could play and you could be anything you wanted to be. If you weren't cool, or handsome or smart, or you just like had a negative image of yourself, that was the one place that it could change, and it was the one place that, for me, you felt safe. It was just nice. You were around people that enjoyed the same thing as you. You all were there for different reasons, and you could kind of let yourself go and get wrapped up in a character being something more than who you are. And then in turn that helps you, or at least it helped me, not really overcome being an introvert, but it helped me feel more comfortable with myself. And that's why I love it. And it draws me back. I like stories. I like, making up worlds and characters. And, whether those are good or bad, as far as like creation goes, it's still fun to do. And, all these years later, getting to play with friends and stuff, it's nice. It's one part like nostalgia and one part, it's just what you do. It's how you decompress from the day, and sometimes in a weird way it makes the world right.
Tabletop gaming is the nerdiest thing you can do with friends. It's the I believe the actual quote is, it's the nerdiest game in the world was created where you have to have friends for it. It's I play role playing games. I play MMORPGs. I play mobile gaming, and I will still put that down every week to sit here in a room interacting with the friends. And I still consider most of these guys brothers. You've heard me call them brothers for they're closer to me than my actual brother. And it's an interactive, collaborative story. Yes, you die. I've killed way too many characters, but that's. But you roll a new one and you start right back in, and it's all part of the story.
I would have to say that the number one thing that comes to mind that I love about it is the interaction that you have with your friends. Nowadays, everything is done on computers or video game systems. And yes, when you're playing a video game, you can get online and play with your other friends. But they're not right here. This game, it's almost impossible not to have a social interaction with this game. And the different possibilities with this game, right now I'm playing a barbarian. and I decide to dual class as a cleric, but it's, you get together with friends, you're able to game, and you can be, that's another thing about this game, you can be whatever you want. The sky's the limit. Like, yeah, it has its classes and, you know, it's different things, but really the sky's the limit on what you can do. Like, I have a blast. We play Fridays starting about 4 o'clock, and sometimes we don't end till 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's, you don't realize that time's going by. We cook a lot of food, or we order pizza, and it's just, you get together with your friends doing what you love. And I couldn't ask for anything more, like, at all. Like, it is the most fun I've ever had.
What do I love about tabletop gaming? Well, I love gaming in general. I mean, I just do. It's escapism at its, finest form. But tabletop gaming to me is just the absolute epitome of exploring the bounds of your imagination. You sit down with a piece of paper, a pencil, some freaking dice, and a little character, a little plastic figurine that's this avatar for you. And like, you can become somebody completely different. You can act different. You can talk different. One of my characters has a stutter because I just thought it'd be awesome to give him a stutter. You know what I mean? Like, Dorn is, the character I'm currently playing is kind of a very dark and brooding. At the same time, though, he's a little crazy, so it's like this great opportunity to kind of play that chaotic character. And I love the fact that I can just sit around with my friends and write a story together. I mean, really, when you look at it, tabletop gaming, at its core is collective storytelling. It's collective story writing. So, it's like you're on the fly, like improving in a series from Netflix. You know what I mean? Like, every time you get together and play, it's another episode. And you have a director, your DM, who has kind of got a story laid out for you. But really, the actors are the ones that determine where the story goes and how it goes, I mean, and to me, like, that openness and that ability to just totally get outside of who you are, become someone else, and do something else is freaking amazing. I mean, and it costs. I mean, yeah, dude, you look around us here. I mean, obviously, we've got some finances invested in all this stuff, but really, like, when I was a kid, we were poor. I mean, I was poor. All my friends were poor. You know what I mean? We grew up dirt town, Ohio, like nothing. And this required a piece of paper and a pencil and like a set of dice, and that's it. You know what I mean? And you could get together and play for hours, man. When we were kids, we played, I mean, we would get together on a Friday night and we would literally game nonstop until late Sunday. I mean, we would game till 4 a.m, sleep for an hour, wake up. Tim's mom would make us breakfast, and then we would go right back into it and start playing again and play all day long, all night long, get a couple hours of sleep, do it again on Sunday. And it's like, it kept me out of trouble. I mean, I left here and went to Florida and got in all kinds of freaking trouble. You know what I mean? And it's like, doing this keeps me leveled. It's my thing. It's as Corona would say, my beach. It's that thing that I can go into and that the rest of the world falls away. Like financial problems, I sit down at this table and I start rolling dice and I don't think about them. Problems at work, I don't think about them. Anything, they just go away because I'm completely wrapped up in what's happening. It's by far the most fun experience I have ever had. I mean, I started playing 30 years ago and I'm still playing now. You know what I mean? Yes, I took quite a break in there in between, but as soon as I got back into town and got around my friends again, it was like, I want to do this again. And I love it just as much as I did the first time, So, I mean, I think it is one of the most creative, unique things we have out there. And I really I think it's amazing. I mean, I can't, I'm lost for words here, but I mean, truthfully, it's absolutely amazing to sit down and do this with your friends. You can't, I can't think of anything more fun. You know, it's freaking awesome. Besides, where else are you going to get cool little stone things like this? I mean, look at this, a little scene right here, you know? It's like you get to lay this out and dive into that scene and be those people. I mean, it's freaking amazing. I don't know. I think it's awesome.